guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be doing a real world test on the Xiaomi Mi 10T Lite 5G. So this is another budget handset from Xiaomi, which obviously we all know they're well known for, but it has a benefit of offering 5G for around the £200 mark, depending on where you look. So I'm just going to go about my day. I've got to go into work and then go out and do a few other bits. So I'll take some photos on this phone, obviously do the video on it as well, and then we'll have a look at the end and see what you think. So if we begin, just to talk quickly about the selfie camera. So it's a 16 megapixel f2.5 lens with support for 1080p video. From what I can see at the moment, stabilization looks pretty good, and then obviously we'll see what the audio quality is like. The actual quality of the video looks really good. On my Moto G30 video that I did, you could tell, I mean, okay, that's having, you know, that had a 720p display, but the video quality on that did not look as good as what this looks on here. So if you want to see what this phone's like and how it performs, stick around. And while you're there, if you enjoy what you see, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. Okay, so I've just arrived to work. Just want to do a quick check-in on the battery. I took the phone off charge at around 7:30ish. It's now 10:49 and we're at 90%. I haven't used the phone a huge amount this morning. Bit of social media, bit of YouTube video, and then of course these videos here. So this is the 4K video support off the main camera. So hopefully this will be nice quality. Obviously I'm not walking around or anything, so I can't check the stabilization on it. But if we just quickly go back to the battery, in the Mi 10T Lite it's got a 4820 milliamp battery, I believe. So it's a little bit smaller than the 5000 plus milliamp hours that you can find on other budget handsets, but it should still be enough to get me through a whole day, and then of course you through a whole day depending on your usage. But if you're just a light user, bit of social media, a bit of camera, etc., then you should easily get through a day, possibly into a second day. And then it's got 33 watt fast charging, so if you do find that you are running a bit low, it will get you charged up pretty quickly. Okay, so I just want to quickly talk about the design of this phone. So on the front you've got a 6.67 inch IPS LCD display with a 1080p resolution. It also has a 120Hz refresh rate, which is the same as the Poco X3 NFC and the X3 Pro. The front is Gorilla Glass 5 protection, so you should be nice and protected, although you do have a pre-applied screen protector on the front as well. Now, as with a lot of budget phones these days, they are made of plastic on the back, but the Mi 10T Lite has a benefit of having glass on the back as well. And this is also Gorilla Glass 5, so you should be nice and protected from any drops or anything like that. But you do get a bundled case in the box as well. And I like this case, although it's just a box standard clear case, it is a sort of matte finished case, so it doesn't collect fingerprints that much either. Okay, so I just want to do another quick check-in on the battery. So my last battery check was at 10 to 11 and we are at 90%. The time is now 12:30 and we're on 80%. So I've just finished work, and the issue with my workplace is my signal was not great in there. So with whatever phone I'm using, the phone is always trying to find signal more than it normally would, which would then take more of a toll on the battery life. So I think if I was just out and about, like outside where I am now, in that space of time, obviously the battery drain wouldn't be as much. So it's not doing too bad given that. I think for the rest of the day the battery drain will not be as significant as what that is. But again, I'll be taking more video, doing more photos, so I'll do another check-in on the battery a bit later. Okay, so I just want to have a quick talk about the performance on this phone. So it comes with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 750G, which I believe that this phone debuted that chip, which of course is a 5G chip. Performance wise, it's pretty comparable to the 765, which we've seen in a number of devices already, Google Pixel 5 and plenty of others. So yeah, performance is comparable to that. It does beat the 765 in a couple of areas, but is also beaten by the 765 in others. So yeah, it's one of those really good mid-range chips with 5G support. I've not noticed any lag with anything that I've done, but then none of it's been particularly power intensive. I've noticed that apps have opened maybe a little bit slower than what I found on, say, my Poco X3 Pro. I can't explain it. Whether it is actually opening slower or not, I don't know, but it just feels a little bit slower than that. And then we've got 64 gigs of storage on board as well, which is expandable if that isn't enough. So there's plenty of RAM, a reasonable amount of storage which you can expand, and a good processor. So in terms of what you're getting, value for money, I think you won't go wrong with this phone. I just want to quickly talk about the photos that I've taken on this phone. So like I said before, it's a 64 megapixel main sensor which produces some nice detailed photos. The pictures I took are obviously in normal bright daylight, so they're going to be at their best quality. And then the 8 megapixel ultra wide, I'm going to feel like a bit of a broken record here because I'm saying the same on this one that I have on a lot of my other videos that I've done. So it's an 8 megapixel. Obviously the detail is a lot less than what it is on the main sensor, and there is some noticeable colour shift on the photos as well. You know, when you crop in, you can definitely see the loss in detail. And then there's the 2x digital zoom, which is just a crop of the main sensor, which they're definitely usable. I've got no real complaints over that. Naturally you lose a bit of detail when you're cropping in. And then video on this front facing camera, I'm pretty sure the audio pickup is pretty good, and the detail is definitely good. And then the video on the main sensor, although unfortunately I haven't managed to do much in the way of videoing on the main sensor, but from this very small amount that I did, I was impressed. It looked nice. So I think, you know, most people are going to be pretty happy with the results from this camera system in general. Okay, so I'm home. Just showered, been home for a few hours, so it's now just time to wind down. The time is now 20 to 9 and I'm at 43%. Now my screen on time is actually less than 3 hours, so I haven't really used the phone a huge amount today. I don't tend to have a huge amount of screen on time with my phones anyway, but I reckon another couple of hours of screen on time easily I would have got for the rest of the battery. So all in all, I'm impressed. I'll leave my screen usage up on the display for you to see now. And that's it. That's the Mi 10T Lite 5G. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it useful. Are you considering getting this phone? Do you have another 5G phone? Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. And I'll see you in the next one.